If you are not accepting your problem, actually you are not starting the path of recovery. This is a starting point or first step towards your recovery. अगर हम यही नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं कि हमें इलाज की क्यों जरूरत है, तो फिर इलाज तो यूजलेस है ना। हम लोग ये पावरलेसनेस क्यों है हमें? Why we get powerlessness? And हम अल्कोहल के सामने इतने हेल्पलेस क्यों हो जाते हैं? Why we knowing very well that what we are doing is wrong, but we are not able to deal with it? Why? There is lot of facade we can create in front of ourselves that there is one reason, another reason, third reason, fourth reason. मतलब वो कहते ना पीने वाले को या नशा करने वाले को पीने का बहाना चाहिए, वही हालत है. Why others are not having problem? Why few of us reach to a point that we are completely powerless in front of our substance? कोई ना कोई वजह तो होगी ना कि हम ऐसे हो जाते हैं. आप लोग मेरी बात समझ पा रहे हो? भाई देखो ऐसा है ना, in this world, let's take, पहले तो मैं सोचता था 90% पीते, 90 तो नहीं पीते होंगे, 30% लोग पीते, ठीक है. ऑन एन एवरेज 30% ऐसे होंगे जो वंस इन अ वाइल पी लेते होंगे या रेगुलरली पी लेते होंगे या जो अल्कोहल ले. तो मतलब अगर एनसीआर में बात करें रफली पॉपुलेशन ऑफ 2 करोड़ तो 60 लाख होंगे. मतलब देखो हम लोग ये बात कर रहे हैं कि अगर हम पॉपुलेशन मान ले 2 CR और मान ले कि 30% पीते होंगे तो 60 लाख हुए. 60 lakh में 3%, actually 3 to 7% has substance related problem. तो 18K हो गए. 18K में हमने मान लिया कि भाई 9K ज्यादा बीमार होंगे, 9K कम बीमार होंगे. 9K में 5K को रिहैब की जरूरत पड़ी. 5K में एक ही के होंगे जो रिपीटेडली जाते होंगे, बाकी 4K तो ठीक हो जाते होंगे. बट ये यहाँ पे क्यों आ जाता है यार? somebody reaches here, why? He is a bad person, he has a bad character, he is a bad society, he has brain which is damaged. What is the reason? भाई क्या कारण है कि उसे यहाँ तक पहुँचने की नौबत आई? Why there is only certain percentage? मतलब क्या है? ये लोग क्रेजी हैं? ये लोग इडियट हैं? They don't have brain. They are whom? They are anti-social. मतलब लग तो रहा नहीं यहाँ पे मुझे ऐसा. भाई क्यों? अच्छे खासे पढ़े लिखे लोग हो, from good family, from good education, good background. Why we reach to a point like this? And this is known as powerlessness. So, what is this story now? The story is that we are helpless in front of our substance and we are powerless. And ये दोनों चीजें हम कैसे डील कर सकते हैं? We have to surrender in front of a higher power. Higher power is somebody who is more learned to deal with it. If that is not there, then खुद करोगे तो आप तो यहीं पे फंसे रहोगे इन दोनों से, बार बार जाके यहाँ पे फंस जाओगे। एंड यू नीड ए स्पॉन्सर एंड ए गाइड, एंड अगर ये आपने नहीं किया then there will be a time which can be 1 day, 10 day, 1 month, 10 months, any day this disease will hijack. Now I want you to write this last thing. What does this disease want from us? ये बीमारी हमसे क्या चाहती है? In terms of health, in terms of behavior, in terms of relationships, finances, in terms of work, in terms of education, in terms of society, and spirituality. Spirituality I use for the humanness, इंसानियत, then religion. क्या चाहती है हमारी? तो हेल्थ वाइज चाह सकती है death, बिहेवियर वाइज चाह सकती है कि हम क्रेजी हो जाएं, रिलेशनशिप वाइज हम आइसोलेटेड हो जाएं, नोबडी इज रेडी टू टॉक टू अस, फाइनेंस वाइज बैंकक्रप्ट, वर्क वाइज नो वर्क, education, society badly treat us, say that this guy is not worth talking. Spiritually, we became completely a parasite. If you are not accepting your problem, actually you are not starting the path of recovery. This is a starting point or first step towards your recovery. You have to understand that why we are here and what is the reason why you require this. अगर हम यही नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं कि हमें इस इलाज की क्यों जरूरत है, तो फिर इलाज तो यूजलेस है ना. So unless until we accept that there is an issue, there is no point moving away. And actually accepting 100% is a very difficult thing because it's a lifelong journey, it's not one time. Even one little denial is sufficient you to take back to your disease. Now, it's ideally to understand this, we have to understand like any other disease. If we understand it like any other disease, then only things will be clear. Now, if we have something like a cancer, and I have given the example of cancer because it's easy to understand. If you have any reason to go and visit the doctor, then doctor will identify that problem and will say that it seems you have an issue and you need to see an expert. Once you go and see an expert will kind of do all the testing, confirm the diagnosis and say that these are the possible treatment. You will go and meet few other doctors and finally you will agree to one doctor and say that this is my treatment and I understand I develop cancer, I am vulnerable, I will be sincere for my treatment. If you are not sincere for your treatment, anyway the outcome is going to be that you will be defeated by your treatment. Once you have been diagnosed, then there is a question of prognosis. Now this prognosis, we want as a doctor that you should have the best prognosis. But this disease is with a horrible prognosis. So, if you try to forgo the treatment in between, what are the chances of you being successfully treated? Very rare. So, you require to complete your treatment against all odds. Now, in that process, let's say there are going to be multiple complications, जो कि different nature के हो सकते हैं. Now there is no surety what would be the outcome. Now if you try your best and you complete your treatment, there are chances you will get better and you are out of this problem, but there are chances that you will go back into the problem. And this substance use disorder is very commonly, we keep repeating this cycle again and again. Now you can never be cancer free. You can only be surviving as a cancer survivor. Similarly, you cannot be substance use disorder disease free. You can only learn to live with this disease. Now acceptance has three parts: that we have a disease. It's not any behavior moral failure. It's complete craziness and our brain does not work. Whenever this disease will get any opportunity, it will completely screw you from upside down. Now, you have to bring out a complete change and then only you have a opportunity. And if you are saying, I will never do it, that means you are not understanding and you are not in acceptance, rather only living in denial. If you understand your vulnerability, you have to discuss with doctors, experts, that what all you can do for your recovery. You have to learn to live with it, deal with it, and there is no shortcut. There is no possibility that you will overcome this disease. Nobody can overcome this disease. There is a complete changes in your brain and you remain powerless in front of disease and you need something extra. This extra should be very, very important. If you are not going to work and you will remain what you had, then there are no chances you will be in recovery. Then there is a fair chance this disease will defeat. Now, somewhere this extra is that forgo your ego, accept your problem and take help. These are the three simple, straightforward steps which can take you towards the extra. Now, why we become powerless? Because in front of alcohol, because substance is very, very strong and our mind is difficult to control. Our mind is defective and there is something grossly wrong, and the only option is we have to stop it for good, and that's a very difficult thing. Let's say if I say I will never touch one thing, it's very easy to say but very difficult to implement. It's all or none. There is no tolerance. Now there has to be something. हम लोगों का brain is different and we are allergic to substance. It has to be a lifelong effort and there is no shortcut. There are times when we start, sometimes we will be able to do well, but then other times we will be in little problem. But the problem is that there are 20%, 25% time we will be in the great trouble. Now, A is the model which works wonderfully well. We have to surrender to a higher power and we have to go through with a good orderly advice and a sponsor who can help us to deal with powerlessness and helplessness. There is no shortcut. And otherwise this disease will hijack you and you will keep losing. Now, what is disease wants from us? Disease wants that we should be on losing and ongoing basis. It's like a cancer. It will keep growing inside your body and keep defeating. There is no shortcut. You have to fight it on day-to-day basis, and that's the only chance we have. If you think just by your own thought process you can defeat your disease, then please reach rethink about it because we tried our best, but then also we are here. So, please come out of your denial, start working on your acceptance on a long-term basis. It's a lifelong journey. It's not a, there is no shortcut. It is a lifelong journey. You have to keep making effort and it will keep coming back. So I explain it like a pendulum. One side is acceptance and every other side is denial. You will keep going into acceptance and denying. So there is no way you can just overcome.